Excuse me. Alright guys, this is for the Grand Slam Dynasty League. Okay, that makes it a little bit better for the lighting. So first things first, we need an owner for the Orioles, the Padres, and then possibly the Giants and possibly some other teams if some people quit or things like that. But main thing is I want to explain the rules to you guys, the new ones that we've been establishing. So I'm just going to go up here and open the rules, and I'll start by going down one by one, just in case you haven't read the rules. So I won't read the thing entirely, but I'll just do each subject a little bit. There's no price, obviously. $50 prize. How it's allotted: $30 to World Series champs, $10 to runner-up, and $5 for AL and NL champions. There's a deadline to set your roster, August 10th, and if you don't have your roster set by then, you get the penalties, which is $10 million for the first time, and then let me see. First penalty, $10 million. Second time, 15. So get those rosters in and have a commish check it. Let's see. $175 million cap. Free agency. This is not going to start until the off season. So after the World Series is over, then we have 1 month to decide to extend a guy, to release them, to franchise or restricted tag them. And so here's how the tags work. A franchise tag means for 1 year you put that tag on them to keep them from going through free agency. So it's also based on performance, based on a ranking. If they're ranked number 1 through 5, it's $35 million. 6 through 15 is $30 million. 16 through 25 is $25 million. 26 through 40 is $20 million. 41 through 75 is $15 million. 76 through 100 is $100 million. I mean $10 million. $100 million would suck. 101 to 200 is $5 million. And 201 to 300 is $2 million, and then if they're not ranked in the top 300, it's only $1 million. And so this is just a 1 year contract to keep them out of free agency. And then the other option, excuse me, is a restricted tag. And what you do with that is, if the player's in the last year of the contract, you put them on a restricted tag. And what happens with that is it allows the player to go into free agency, and you can bid on them as well as everyone else. But if you lose the bid somehow, you can automatically take him back for the price that he went for. So say it was like Ryan Zimmerman, he went for $25 million, but I had a restricted tag on him. I can take him back for $25 million, or I can just let him go to that owner. So it's kind of like a guy that you're not sure if you want to keep, depending on how much he goes for, but you definitely don't want to pay him as much in franchise. And then the new salary system. This is the big thing. Arbitration is gone. A lot of confusion going on with that. So here it is. It's called a player pay system. So anyone in the league, pretty much rookies, but anyone in the league before reaching 100 innings pitched or 200 at-bats will have a 0.3 million salary. And then after they reach that point of 100 innings pitched or 200 at-bats, then that PP system will be implemented. After the first season, after the player reaches the 100 innings pitched, 200 at-bats, is referred to as PP1. And then the second season is PP2. And then the last season is PP5. But the season that he reaches, so say Ian Desmond reaches 200 at-bats this season, but he didn't have 200 before, then he's still only being paid $0.3 million this year. And next year he starts the PP on PP1, and it's $0.5 million is what I pay. And then at any time during the system, you can release the player at the end of the year. So like say PP1's over, but you don't want to pay that player the next year $1 million, because this is how it works. PP1 is 0.5 million, PP2 is 1 million, PP3 is 2.5 million, PP4 is 5 million, PP5 is 10 million. If you don't want to pay the player the next PP level, you can just release them without any penalty. It's kind of like an option that the clubs have. But you can only extend his contract between the years of PP2 and PP4. So that means during the off season of PP1 and before the season of PP5 starts. And then if it's in PP5 guy, like Zimmerman is for me, my only option is to restrict tag him or franchise tag him. Otherwise, he's going into free agency as an unrestricted free agent. And then another thing to notice is this is for career innings pitched and career 200 at-bats. Because some guys who are relief pitchers will never get 100 innings pitched in one season. So you'll have to go up there and add up through the past seasons and see when they got 100 innings pitched. And also, if you're looking, if a player is older but has already been like, who was it? Excuse me a minute, I'm trying to look at my players. Like Todd Coffey and Shi Ming Wong, these guys, they are older, but they're still on PP5. So I have to pay them $10 million, but I can release them at the end of this year. Or will they automatically become free agent? But then somebody, Alex Cora, he is a free agent this year because I have to go by his MLB contract. And the reason you determine if you go by the MLB contract is if the player has already been through the PP system. So if you go look, and the year that he had 100 innings pitched or 200 at-bats was like 2005. Then that means 2010 he would have been finished with the PP system. So that means you still have to follow the MLB contract, if that makes sense. And you'll have to follow that from Cott's baseball contract. And then there's also a new extension rule. And this is also based on the rankings. So 1 through 10 is $10 million a year. 11 through 25 is $8 million a year. 26 through 50 is $6 million a year. 51 through 100 is $4 million a year. 101 to 200 is $2 million a year. 201 to 300 is $1 million a year. And 300 and above is no raise. And this is based off the PP. So the earliest you can extend them is after PP1. So that means if he was ranked in the top 10 somehow after his PP1 season, it would be 10.5, 20.5, 30.5, etc. for however long the contract is. And then franchise tag, you guys can look at my roster, as my roster is up to date with the new system if you kind of want to get an idea of how it works. And also, after the World Series, there's that 1 month period, and the 1 month period, there's no trades. So if we don't get the league full and rosters filled and everything by the end of by like October, there's not going to be any trades until like November, December, because of that 1 month period for the deciding to exercise PP options or franchise restricted tags and stuff. The players left off rosters thread has been reset, obviously. You have to go back in there and put 4 guys in there. Make sure when you put the guys in there, that's the guys you want, because you can't edit it. And let's see, if you have trouble, if you cannot update your roster by the 10th, to let me, Marlins, or somebody else know, and we'll either do it for you or we'll figure something out, because we really need to get these rosters done and quickly. And if it's not done by the 10th without letting us know why, then you're going to get a penalty. So from now, I think I covered everything. If you have any questions, contact me, Marlins, Rangers, Twins, and then hopefully the system will make sense in a couple days. Obviously, I understand right now it's a little confusing, but just bear with us right now, and hopefully we can get it going. But let me also just double check anything that I need to look at in the rules, just in case anyone didn't get the notice. Trades are now approved by 3 out of the 4 commissioners, but if it involves a commissioner, the whole league gets to vote on it during the 48-hour period. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. The draft is going to be sometime whenever we get everyone full, but we can't have it before the 16th, as Marlins pointed out, because that's when people can sign. They have until that day to sign or whatever. But I think that is it. Going to cut it off here. It's been pretty long enough anyways, and if you have any more questions, just let us know. Alright, see ya.